In this video, we will learn how to create assets and associated PyPoints in bulk using Microsoft Excel plugin, namely PyBuilder. It's worth mentioning that you could create the remaining pumps using PySystem Explorer manually itself, but we would like to emphasize that if you have more pumps to create, it would not be an efficient strategy to do it by hand in PySystem Explorer. So now let's use PyBuilder to create the rest of the assets and associated PyPoints. So to do that, let's go to PySRV1 machine, go to Start, and select All Programs, and select Microsoft Office 2013 and open Microsoft Excel 2013. Let's get a blank workbook and make sure that we can be on cell number A1. Now let's click the tab which says PyBuilder. Once we are on this tab, let's make sure that the name of our Pi server and AF server shows as PySRV1. Then from the drop down for database, let's select AF server / database connections and pick the AF database which we had just created, namely sample process pumps. Then we can click on Elements, and from the drop down we can select Browse Elements. Now let's expand the tree under sample process and select pump 1 and say OK. As you can see, there are a lot of attributes which define an element. So let's click on the Clear All button first. And the attributes which we are interested to build pumps 3 through 5 are name of the parent element, the name of the element, the object type, and we want the name of the template to create the rest of the pumps. So since we have all these things checked, let's check that we want element template name as well. Once we have selected these, we can say OK. And let's close. Now our objective is to create the rest of the pumps, namely 3 through 5. So let's copy one of the rows and paste it thrice. Now we can remove the X mark for pump 1 since it has already been created. We can rename the row 3 through 5. We can basically name this pump as pump 3, the next one as pump 4, and the last one as pump 5. Once that is done, we can click on Publish button, which is at the top, to push those assets to the PyAF. So we want to create these assets as well as we want to create the PyPoints. So let's select the check mark for create or update PyPoints, have the edit mode as create only, and then we can click on the OK button. Then we can close. Now we can then revert back to the PySystem Explorer and click on the refresh button at the top. Now we see the rest of the pumps. And if our Pi interface is on, it should start updating the values for the Pi tags. So in short, in this video, we saw how to create the assets and associated PyPoints in bulk using the Microsoft plugin, namely PyBuilder.